널 기다렸어.
I think the game was a bit more developed. Either way, this is going to be a great PvP.
Yeah, you can see Seed's not having the best Pro League run so far. He doesn't even get played all that often. Only 4 games so far in the entire year, whereas Deer, he's pretty much the, well, not pretty much, he is the best player on Samsung Galaxy
Can we just point out how studly Seed is looking in this picture?
Yeah, he's looking good.
Look at
That's
that
one
guy.
thing he's improved over the years.
Look at the pinky out of the pocket and the thumb out of the pocket. That's
so 90s.
That's, yeah, it looks good, man. Guys, tell your friends to join us here at Pro League 2016, and we can't really be surprised by the vote here.
I'm surprised that Deer gets 7, but Gumio doesn't get 7 over Hurricane. That's actually pretty surprising.
Well, I mean, Deer's pretty sick lately.
Yeah,
I'd say he's better than Gumio, but anyways, this is game number 2, Seed versus Deer. In the upper left, in the blue. Oh, it's actually bottom right? I think I passed it off the wrong screen. Okay, here in the upper left.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Seed versus Deer. Let's go. We've actually, we've swapped seats here today. I don't normally sit on this side. I'm on the side where there's the preview PC where you kind of go around. And the reason why we've swapped seats today is because I have thrown my neck out and am in unbelievable pain. I'm not even kidding. Valdez can tell you guys how much of a wimp I am today.
I had to put the pad onto your back.
Yeah, we put a pad on my left shoulder. I am in like so much pain. Like, it's crazy. I can't even turn my neck to the left.
I love when they don't recognize, or they don't realize at first that they're on camera and they look up, they're like, oh my God. I have a heart attack.
So, Valdez, thank you for taking the right side of the desk here.
It's all good.
Guys,
actually, when I cast with you, this is normal, but the Observer PC is over there for some reason. Switch it around
well, we have
a
new setup here, on the stage. But, guys, if my casting sucks, it's because my neck, I'm in so much pain.
Yeah.
I'm basically, pity me. Send me pity tweets. Feel bad for me.
Yeah. Send them some cat photos.
That's
cat
right.
vids.
That's right. And then when I went before I came in here, I bought Tylenol, but then when we got to the studio and opened up the box, we realized it was children's Tylenol.
Yeah, he essentially
and it says on the back like that you have to take 8 of the Tylenols, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable taking that much. But
yeah, it just goes against your instinct, as you were saying.
No, it's like, I'm like, am I really supposed to eat an entire box of Tylenol? Like, that just doesn't sound.
8 pills, really?
Is that? What if I die? What if that's the way I go down? It's like, yeah, you ate a box of kids Tylenol, and nobody ever saw him again. Yeah,
too. It's like
his kidneys just gave up. It's really sad. Okay, so we have we got the double gate coming up here for Seed, and he's actually going for two adepts. Excuse me, Deer is. While Seed is going for 2 stalkers. So what looked like could have been identical builds has already taken a little bit of a deviation.
Yeah, generally you want to get those stalkers out first. If you are thinking about going into Blink later on, or if you want to put some more direct pressure on, towards the front. They also fight pretty good against Adepts, so they're not bad for defending if Adepts get into your base. Adepts are more so for scouting and for doing damage to economy. So that's kind of the idea here for Seed, especially because he does go into 2 more Adepts. Looks like he wants to possibly get an early lead, but
Well, we actually have... What? I actually got really confused when I saw that.
I'm like, is he fighting? What's going on?
A lot of the pro gamers get a little bit too trigger happy with this shade ability. I don't know about you guys over here in the individual league at SPO, but I know over in Africa for the GSL, we've had a lot of guys like activate the shade when there was no reason to do it, and then their adepts get cornered and they lose them because they're just waiting for that cooldown to go away. So it's kind of funny even seeing him do that there. I'm like, you should probably just save it. All right, here we go. Now, of course, you can try to outmaneuver. Oh, man, this is actually pretty bad here for Deer. Oh, I can't believe he came out of the bush there. That was weird.
Yeah, there was no reason to do that.
He could have actually gotten
kind of a miscontrol.
Yeah.
So here he comes in the main, but an overcharge is going to push him out. He's going to get a little bit of damage, but he's going to lose all 4 adepts. Oh
no,
my
God, he got all 3.
Never mind.
He got all 3. Nicely done. Well, I like Seed's position here. He's actually getting out there and keeping the pressure on Deer while getting this expansion up. Granted, Deer's base was a little bit quicker.
He's actually 7 probes ahead. I don't even know how that happened. Deer must be cutting a lot of probes to get this earlier Nexus, I suppose.
Yeah, well, if you get that Nexus earlier, and you still have the defense to hold off the rush, because you have the 2 Nexuses up with Chrono, I mean, you're going to get a lot more out with Workers possibly later on. Let's see. RoboBay is finishing up. We have the War Prism coming out right now for Deer.
He's cutting Workers again. He's just not making Workers. I mean,
yeah, you're right. This is actually really weird.
It has to be done on purpose, though. Like, there's
of course.
He's chrono boosting out more stuff. I think he just wants, you know, he took out one Adept. He made a bunch of them weak, so maybe he wants to go for a push here pretty early on with that Warp Prism. He's adding an extra gate, too. Yeah, this looks like big aggression out of Deer.
Yeah, I think you're right, Valdez. I've not quite casted a game like this in Legacy,
this is different.
I'm going to hold my breath as far as making too many predictions, but if you just look at the raw number of army units, it is Deer with actually a lot more.
He's got an Immortal in there, too.
This is essentially an all-in, guys. This is he gets just enough with the Warp Prism.
Oh, he's going for the ramp.
Oh, this is so sick.
He's got a force field in. There we go.
Beautiful.
That's the last time Seed saw his main base.
Yeah, look at this. This is great. He actually needs to, there's a little bit of a cleaner way to do this. Now we're seeing that happen over here. If you get the Warp Prism set up in the right spot, and this is going to be game, actually. Deer just did a 6 strat, and you can see it's actually set up so that you just jump and skip over into the main, and there's not much you can do about this.
Man, that is gross. And now he's going to take out the Mothership Core with no overcharges. Seed kind of falling apart here.
Yeah, he might want to actually take those Stalkers and try to rush up there and take out the Warp Prism, but the Workers have been pulled. This does not bode well, especially with this Immortal over here in the back. He's warping in some more units, unloading the rest. The Warp Prism has not, okay, it finally goes down, but there is nothing else remaining right now for Seed to try to defend this. GG. Sick, man.
What a build. What a cool just build. Dude, that was
actually
awesome.
That was one of my favorite builds that we've seen here in Legacy, because at first we were like, what is he doing, right? Like, who makes an expansion and doesn't make probes? But of course, I guess you never expect an all-in if the Nexus is there, right?
Exactly.
And I mean, you don't have any other players who are just like also not going to make probes against that. So he just has enough. And when he has that one Immortal, and that's what's important to note in that build, is the one Immortal is there with the army. And with an Immortal and a Warp Prism, if you're good and you can get the good positioning, you can keep that thing alive forever. That's going to gun down so many Stalkers. And Sentries, if your opponent has Sentries, but you got a Warp Prism and an Immortal, it's not, the Sentries don't help that much.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a build that's really, you know, it's going to be very strong on certain maps, specifically that one, because it's very easy to just Warp Prism right to the ramp,
right?
You know, and get your sentries in position very easily, and you can hide it from your opponent too if he's not expecting it.
Well, that was a treat, guys. I would actually recommend you guys try doing that on the ladder, especially if you're high up on the ladder, because that's a build that might not work against a bad player. And I know that sounds weird, but you know, there are a lot of bad players that just kind of might not have their worker army balance out like it is, but I love that, what we just saw there. That was cool.
Yeah, just a bit of mind games coming out of Deer.
What was throwing us off too? We're like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
how is Seed so far ahead?
I'm like, I know that pro gamers make mistakes, but I'm like, nobody forgets probes like this. This is not a thing.
It was.
We're going to be right back after the short break. Stay tuned here at SPL2016.